You just kind of hit my last question and topic about young guys kind of jumping in. Some people look at it as a sink or swim. Um, Obviously, I think the two, the multi-division silver medalist Shakur Stevenson would win against a young up-and-coming Kid Austin, but he's essentially doing that. His dad's adamant about making the fight. They made the fight. He's getting the opportunity to fight what many people feel is one of the best fighters on planet Earth, especially defensively. People who rival if Tank has to fight anyone, it should be Shakur if Loma's gone. So is that too soon or is that perfect? Like kind of Kid Austin's facing a guy like Shakur, like you mentioned.
Um, Kid Austin was 22, right?
Yeah, pretty young. I think let me
Tommy
see.
Hearns fought Ray Leonard at 21, bro. I don't get into that. I
Hmm.
really don't. You know, Manny Pacquiao was a champion at 19 and Floyd Mayweather at 21.
Yep.
Tyson was a champion at 20.
Yep.
Muhammad Ali 22.
Yep.
Salvador Sanchez 20. I could go down the list.
Yep.
Roberto
Fernando
Duran 21.
Vargas and on,
Fernando Vargas, Oscar De La Hoya, Felix Trinidad was, I think he was a champion at 20. Um, Even Canelo. And in a way, they're two of the better guys of this era. They won championships at 20, 21 years old. So
yeah.
um, you
Tank and
never hear
Shakur, yeah, and both of those guys.
exactly. They won their championships early. So is it a tough fight? Yes. Um, is Shakur going to be the prohibitive favorite? Yes. Did Kid Austin struggle a little bit in his last fight? Yes. But I still give him credit for taking the fight, man. Sometimes you want to take these fights in your physical prime. Sometimes youth overcomes a lot of things and they seem confident. So let them fight. You know, I never ever say that. I never try to hold the guy back from wanting to fight. If you think you're good enough, then go in there and fight. Do I think he's going to win? I actually think that Shakur is one of the better 10 to 12 fighters on the planet. Shakur is a special guy also. But um, rugged, athletic guys tend to give smooth boxers hard fights. You know, Sean Porter gave everybody a hard fight.
Hmm.
And that's who Kid Austin reminds me of the most. Tim Bradley's in the Hall of Fame,
Hmm.
rugged, athletic, gave everybody a tough fight. Bradley beat a lot of guys that people thought were better boxers than him. Marquez, Devin Alexander, Kendall Hawk, Lamont Peterson. Bradley beat a lot of them guys that looked like they was better boxers, but because of his adaptable style, and because of his ruggedness and his athleticism, he was able to win those fights, and he's in the Hall of Fame. So maybe Austin knows something we don't know. Uh, Sean Porter, I thought Sean Porter was giving Terrence Crawford. I thought they were about even as far as rounds is concerned. Rounds won, but Crawford has that ability to finish and hit you with those shots to get you out of there late in the fight. Where um, Shakur, for as great as a fighter that he is, he hasn't proven to be the puncher or the finisher or the killer that Terrence Crawford is. You know, he doesn't have to be. His style is his style. Crawford's style is his style. But I'm just stating the obvious that a lot of times guys that are not like maybe as skilled can give more skillful fighters tougher fights than we all expect because of the way their styles match up. Like even one of Shakur's mentors, I'm a big Andre Ward fan. One of Ward's toughest fights was against Saki Obika
Yeah.
because of the
Yeah.
roughness and the hitting anything and the headbutts and the elbow. That was a hard fight for Ward. Ward had easier time with better fighters. So I don't count um, Schofield out. I don't. I don't count him out. Am I picking him? No, I'm not. But do I think he can make it a rough, hard night? Yeah, I do. I've watched Sean Porter do it. I've watched Tim Bradley do it, and those are the guys that I kind of think that Schofield is, most similar to.
Hmm.
Um, I think it's a good fight, and I think Shakur is gonna have to deal with a young, urban kid, strong, and coming at him trying to hurt him. And I think it's always a challenge. You never know what happens. You never know what happens when a guy fight. when two guys get in the ring. And we just seen Shakur have a couple of tough nights. You know, we seen him have a tough night with the Dominican kid, De Los
De Los
Santos.
Santos.
Somebody, so you know, he's a human being, even though he's a great fighter, but anything can happen. And let's see.
All right, well, awesome. Look, I really appreciate you giving us plenty of time. I know the fans wanted to catch up and see everything that's going on. So obviously I can talk boxing forever, but that would be saved for another time. For the fans that's tuning and watching, any last message or social media or plugs that you want to throw out there?
Um, Not really, man. I think what's my title on Twitter? The Bread Man and no Bread Man Boxing. I'm
Brett
sorry.
and underscore man, the bread underscore man.
That's on Instagram, and on Twitter it's Bread Man Boxing. And just watch out for my fighters, man. Hopefully, Caleb Plant has a date pretty soon. Hopefully, Julian Williams has a date pretty soon. Hopefully, Karan Davis has a date pretty soon. Even though the IBF just ordered him to fight for the #1 spot, and Iran Peterson is fighting February 15th. So yeah, that's it, man. I just I'm just grinding.